Well, last time we talked with Indigo Ag, we covered the basics of entering into the carbon market and some of the myths around what it means for farmers to be ready for carbon farming. Well, now let's talk about record keeping and what a carbon harvest looks like. And joining us now is Agronomy Director Shannon Nudd with, of course, Indigo Ag. And Shannon, thank you very much for your time today. Now, will farmers be mired down with the paperwork if they happen to decide to enter into this carbon market?
No, farmers won't be mired down in paperwork, but it is important to note that Indigo does use its CAR, which is Climate Action Reserve, which is a third-party registry for the voluntary carbon market. And by using this registry, Indigo produces the highest quality carbon credits for its farmers who enroll into our program, and this will bring top dollar from carbon credit buyers. This approach is the most rigorous approach, but it's also worth noting that Indigo does not just pay farmers, or it does pay farmers for actual carbon sequestered using our scientific model versus just paying a flat fee for practice changes. This requires a more extensive data set. However, the process to enter data is not complicated, and most farmers are already keeping records that's needed to generate these carbon ag-generated credits.
Now, Shannon, let's get into maybe a couple specifics. Should they be ready to juggle maybe lots of paperwork when they actually go through the process to sign up for the carbon market by Indigo?
Yes, there is some paperwork involved, but Indigo has actually designed a very user-friendly software platform for farmers to enter data. And some nice components of this software includes batch data entry, and a very easy way to scan and upload pictures, documents, and such into the system, the data entry process. It's also worth noting, just so farmers kind of get an idea of what's involved, by field, farmers will enter previous year's data, usually between 3 to 5 years. But once this previous year data is creates what we call a carbon baseline. And once this baseline is established, it's only after that point just the current year season data needed. And this is what I like to call maintenance data. And then one other thing is, so what, farmers might be wondering what this data involves. There's actually only a pretty short list of actual main buckets of data needed. And these include planting, fertilizer, harvest data, and tillage, and only if it applies, cover crop grazing and irrigation data.
Now, Shannon, even if farmers are working to keep most of these records, a lot of them have records already, so it does seem like maybe a heavy lift to add to it. Is it really worth this extra effort?
Absolutely, I think it's worth it. And, a couple things I think will help kind of maybe highlight this answer is, remember, Indigo is using a third-party registry, CAR, and this is what we're using to generate our high-valued, most valued carbon credits. And we've already saw that this will bring top dollar. Our first year in the program, Indigo was selling our credits for $20 a CO2 equivalent per ton. This jumped quickly to $27, and right now we're selling carbon credits on farmers' behalf for $40. So just within a 2-year period, we've seen a 100% increase in the price that we've been able to get for our grower clients. And the voluntary carbon market is expected, based on data, to grow to around $50 billion by 2023.
All right.
So this is very exciting.
Thank you very much, Shannon. We appreciate your insight. Again, talking with Shannon with Indigo Ag. Connecting with us, you can go online to indigoag.com/RFD-TV for more details.